Watch this. But see, the church nowadays want to accept everybody. And see, you got certain issues that are breaking out right now. The only thing it's doing is dividing the sheep from the goat. See, only the goat think homosexuality is right. You got to be a goat and not a real sheep. But if you don't accept and love everybody, they ain't no use in nobody calling me to marry them and woman and woman. That ain't gonna happen at Refuge. I said, that ain't gonna happen. Man marrying man, you out your mind. Hate me? My family member can invite me to a wedding. Let me find out. Homosexuals. I will not attend that wedding. Sit down, because I'm finna hit you with the scripture. Well, it seem like he loving folk. You better go back and look at what God did to Sodom and Gomorrah. A beautiful city. But they spit in God's face and rejected his laws. And he burned it down to the ground, to where even to this day they can't get nothing to grow at Sodom and Gomorrah. Because God said it's going to be a memory. See, this is hard. Some churches won't preach it. Look at Matthew 10. Boy, I got to hear them close this thing. And listen to me. I don't care if that's your brother, your sister, your mama. Look, love people, but do not agree with their mess. Love them all day. Love them all day long. But you can't love that sin they caught up in. That's when you see a big division coming in the church now. And it's to the point to where if you out loud say you speak against certain things, folk try to take your job, try to take your career. You remember back in the day when we had so many Christian actors and entertainers? Where they go? Where they go? Running for cover. Well, Jesus hung with sinners. Listen, see, you ignorant. You better look at the text. He went there with purpose. Watch this. Matthew 10. Y'all finna, eyes finna buck. Now this Jesus talking. Matthew 10 and 34. Oh, Lord. Do not think that I came to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies will be those of his own household. See, sometimes when you choose Jesus just right, it will put a sword between you and somebody you used to be close to. Just because of the way you now believe. And watch what he said. He said, and your enemies are of your own household. The very ones trying to mess you up are the people you close to. That's when sometimes you see a daughter and a mama relationship just miles apart. Why? Mama is determined to live right, while daughter don't care about nobody but herself. I'm going to preach it right whether y'all shout or not. Sometimes as a parent, you have to separate from selfish children. Some of you messing up your life over what? Your dope buddies who don't care about you no way. If you get busted today, they're going to be at your girl tomorrow. And they ain't going to write you and they ain't going to visit you. Let me get on these silly single women. These desperate. Woo! You gonna backslide for that? That's what you left God for? That's what pulled you back? That's the vomit you back eating? That you threw up and told me was so nasty and disgusting you didn't want nothing to do with. Now you licking what you said. Look at you. I ain't going back. Keep hanging with the wrong folk. If you say you saved, something wrong with you when you rather be with a bunch of sinners than saints. So you ain't going to get this message everywhere. You ain't going to get it everywhere. Just hold on. Watch what Jesus said now in verse 37. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of what? Me. Jesus said, if you put your son before me, you ain't worthy of me. If you put your spouse before God, you ain't worthy of God. Watch this. Be careful the people that you put before God, because when they let you down, see, some of you, your spouse is your idol. If they go to church, you go to church. If they don't come, you don't come. That's your idol. Y'all a good crowd this morning, because ain't nobody got them walked out. Though some want to. Sometimes, because you just gonna live right, certain folk gonna fall out with you. There's no way you gonna maintain certain relationship and you 100 for God. Tell your neighbor it's tight, but tell them it's right though. It's right.